That works. Looks like the video doesn't work though. Or it didn't work. I don't know. Did you guys see the video? Because I didn't. There we go. Video worked. Oh, okay. I didn't see it on my end. It just was a black screen. So, Dennis, you didn't see it? Maybe you, I don't know if you came in a little bit after because I only let it run for about 2 minutes. Good morning to all. I already had my espresso. However, my wife made, let's see here, a banana chocolate chip muffin. So that's my breakfast. I'm going to have that. And then we'll chat a bit. Yeah, I don't really like that video. I mean, I wish it worked great, but it doesn't seem to work very well. So, yeah, tasty. On the weekend, she likes to cook, so I'm not complaining. Scarf this down. Very good. My compliments to the chef. I don't know if it's hot out today. Let me say something. Where's my little thing? My little thing. Supposed to have the weather pop up. Dennis. Morning, good morning. All right, that's gone. Unbelievable. Doesn't take long, does it? Yeah, that one's gone, baby. She made a bundle of them. She made a plate, what do you call it? A tray of them. Goodbye. Tasty. Let's see here. Good morning, good morning. Let's see here. 81 degrees, so it's actually kind of cool. 81 feels like 88. Thank you, Bilal. Bilal, thank you very much. Nice to know early on I'm not shut out. Now, let me see something here. Before I get into this, what I wanted to talk about, which I want to keep lighthearted today, so we're going to talk about a few funny subjects, funny news. Give me a second. I got to put up something here. I want to make the little guy dance. All right. Yeah, there we go. Nice walk from Pantip. Pantip what? Pantip Bangkok or Pantip at Pratunam? I'm taking it. It's you're talking about Bangkok. I haven't went out yet. I will be later. Oh. Need to get some Norfin. And I got my little the little pad on my glasses here. It fell out on my last stream when I was walking, so I got to go get another one. I think they can put it on. I don't know. Anyway, it's not as hot as it was, but let me tell you, man. When you walk in Bangkok, it's not like walking anywhere else. I don't know why. Maybe it's the pollution and the heat and the humidity. But it's just, it can be brutal, man. And, you know, I didn't even think about it, and I always forget. But I didn't put any sunscreen on, and I didn't wear a hat. And, uh-oh. And so my my face got burned. Encoding overload. Shit. Turn down. Da, 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 da. What is the deal with this, man? I had it all set up perfectly. There we go. Now it should be better. All right. Anyway, yeah. It's brutal out there when you're walking. And I think part of it has to do with the fact that in some places there's absolutely no shade. You just walk and the sun is just beating down on you. And the other day when I went out, it wasn't that I wasn't tired from the walk, even though it was like a 3.5 hour walk or something like that. But it was more about the sun and that I didn't have a hat on, and I got home, I was drained just because of that, you know. Let's see here. I got some news. Now, let's see here. We got a few items. I don't know if anybody heard about it, but do you know that critics slammed ABC's Charlie Brown Thanksgiving for seating its only black character, Franklin, alone on one side of the holiday table in a rickety old lawn chair. Meanwhile, white friends, including Peppermint Patty, Charlie Brown, Sally, and even Snoopy, were all seated across from him in real chairs as they feasted. Twitter users pointed out, people got too much fucking time on their hand, man. Seriously. If you're going to bitch about that, if they had a white guy over there, if he was the only white guy and everybody else was black and Latino and wherever else they're from, how many white people would be bitching and moaning? There might be some, but I don't think so. The special, which debuted in November 20th, November 20th, 1973. Well, it's blocking me out here. Oh. Prompted social media outrage over the gang's highly unwoke picnic table arrangement. Why is Franklin in Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving sitting all by himself at the table? Man, things that I did not notice as a child. Others said good grief over a seating chart that would have thrilled George Wallace. I mean, Jesus Christ. When I saw this, I went, are you fucking kidding me? You know, I'm trying to like, I mean, it's just ridiculous. If I was the only white guy sitting there, listen, I'm the only white guy sitting in, you know how many times it's happened to me, and Jim and various others, you may know what I'm talking about. How many times have you been sitting in a place here in Thailand, and there's only like one seat in the whole place, and it's next to you, and the Thai won't sit down next to you, especially women. Now, older women will sit down next to you because they're like, I don't care. But how many times has that happened where a person just won't sit there with you, and it's like there's plenty of, you know, there's room. They could sit down with you, and you know, do I get all upset about it? No, I mean, you know, whatever. Don't you have anything else to do? So I thought this was pretty juvenile, and you know, this is the problem. And I always say it, but the internet and social media is, well, social media I could do without pretty much. It doesn't help me all that much, believe me, aside from YouTube. Which, you know, doesn't help me all that much either, but it helps me more than any other platform. But all the other ones I could do without. I could do without Twitter. I could do without Instagram. I could do without any of them. You know, the only one that really matters right now is YouTube, and it's because that's where I have the biggest presence, if you can call it that. But anyway, let me see here. Let me go on. The scene in question, wait a minute, not watching Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving anymore until they sit some people on the same side of the table as Franklin, another critic tweeted, along with 2 black power fist emojis. Fucking get over it, man. Get the fuck over it. The scene in question centers on an impromptu holiday feast of toast, jelly beans, and ice cream in Charlie Brown's backyard. At one point, poor lonesome Franklin topples over in his half-broken chair. They give our friend the busted chair, won't even sit him on the same side of the table. More proof that Charlie Brown and his cohorts are racist. But others defended the classic special, pointing out its creator, Charles Schultz, fought to add Franklin to the cast to stand up against racism in 1968. Seriously, please get some historical context. Charles M. Schultz was a trailblazer and bucked racism in those days by adding Franklin to reflect the issue and challenging what was going on in society. That's it. Nobody's else got anything else to say. All I get is too much time. I mean, come on, this is Charlie Brown, man. And now, you know, I mean, we're talking about racism. That's a serious subject, but it's comical to me that they're pissed off. Would they get pissed off? Somebody would get pissed off if the dog was sitting on one side. And they'd say, why didn't you put anybody over by the dog? Because he's a fucking dog. The dog can sit with the people or not sit with the people. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't make him less than. He still is what he is, which is a dog. In Franklin's case, he just happens to be black, which was included in a time when, you know, not including blacks was the norm. So I don't get it. Anyway, moving on. Since I got so many comments on this, I guess that was not a winner. Maybe this will cheer you guys up. You know, these don't look as big once I've got them. Let's see, is this... Yeah, it does. Okay. All right. Dart players let rip as they accuse each other of farting during match. The whoever smelt it dealt it rule has been thrown out the window after two rival dart players accused each other of breaking wind during their match. Gary Anderson, a Scottish two-time world champion, saw off his 34-year-old Dutch opponent, Wesley Harris, 10-2 to reach the quarterfinals of the Grand Slam of darts. However, Harris complained that he was affected by a fragrant smell, which he said Anderson left behind as they played at the Aldersley Leisure Village venue in Wolverhampton. But Anderson, the world number 4, waved the accusation away and said he thought the smell might have come from his opponent. Yeah, I like that one. That one's a pretty good one. Hey, Alvin. Okay, the reality is that not many people were really pissed off. Well, that's another thing. You see, nowadays, you know, it used to be that there was a newspaper and people wanted to sell the newspapers. And you had to have stories, but it wasn't quite as bad as it is now because you reported the facts, nothing but the facts, ma'am. You know, there was a level of journalism that has, to me, largely decreased in today's world. But there was no internet, so there was no need for this constant contact. Hence, there were few or far less people out there like the Kardashians and, you know, Justin Bieber and all these other kind of people who really didn't matter to the world at all. But now, because they're on the internet, you know, I guess they're supposed to be a lot more important. And the news, you have to keep, you know, you have to keep that content rolling in. Great strategy. Funny because it's an actual strategy. And yeah, I know. I know. In wrestling, you know, people do that. I always thought that was pretty nasty, though. I mean, come on, it's a sport. You really want to win that bad that you want to have a funky ass so that, you know, you win by funk? It's pretty nasty. Speaking of wrestling, last night I watched what is it called? The Resurrection of Jake the Snake. Man, that dude came from a bad place and somehow seems to be doing much better, which is pretty good. But I'm sure that he was one of those guys who I wouldn't doubt if we're talking about pro wrestling, not amateur wrestling. Thank you, Alvin. Thank you very much. Nevertheless, anytime two bodies get together and you got a lot of funk going on, you know, maybe some people, they enjoy that. Thank you, Soy Dog Cowboy. Thank you very much. Let's see here. How are we going to do this? Oops. Give me a second here. You know, if I put the Streamlabs link up and there are any kind of funds coming in, it would automatically trigger the little guy. But because I'm doing it manually, it operates a little bit differently. All right, let me do this here. What happened? Oh, shit. Oops. Let's see. What was it? 1945. All right, that's number one. Boom. Always like to see the little guy dance. There he goes. He's the dancing man. Now, I got one more here. Thank you very much. Hopefully, I'm going to reach my target. Boom. There we go. Yes, yes, Salvin. Looks like that. 44 cents. Or what was it? 34? Oh, no. Well, I don't know. No. Actually, it was 25 baht. 25.06 baht was the fee. The amount received was 319.45. So if it was $10, they were giving you 31.9, what did I say? 31.945. So 31.95. And they took out 25.06 baht. You know, I got, now that we're talking about, we're talking about the funds, actually, the money. I started with TransferWise. I had them before, but I actually got all verified and everything. And I thought, oh, well, because of the way that it works, I'll be able to, you know, I want to avoid the $35 charge from PayPal. So what I've been doing, or what I've done once, is transferred the money to my Thai bank account. And then there's no fee for over 5,000 baht, or it's only a 50 baht fee. It's not $35, which is freaking ridiculous. And so I thought, oh, well, maybe I can transfer to some place, to some other place, to some other country with TransferWise, because they have a global, some global transfer thing. And but I got it all set up, and then I tried to transfer. And first of all, it seems like PayPal is only letting me transfer from, well, U.S. and Thailand. That's it. Is what direct to Bangkok? If I could transfer to TransferWise, then that way I'd be able to, from PayPal, which you can do, but you still got a $35 charge. So it doesn't make any difference. If I was able to transfer to Singapore, there's no charge, and there's a lot of other countries there's no charge. The money from YouTube, no, that goes into my U.S. account automatically, which is fine with me. Actually, the way that it works is the money that I receive this month, I won't get until the last week of next month. That's how it works. So, you know, YouTube tallies everything up, or Google tallies everything up, and then they automatically transfer over there. Well, yeah, I do. I have to report my taxes anyway, so that's all right. But it's not like I'm making a huge amount, and I'm under the limit in Thailand, and then the amount in America is, you know, negligible. So in American funds, U.S. funds. Let's see here. Let me see if I can get out of here. Dennis, you're awfully quiet today. Okay, so let me go on. Which one did I just do here? I did the dart players. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I guess if farting will get you the win, then I guess you got to do that. Now, here's one I like. And everybody might like this one. New Orleans man accused of bomb threat insists he just had to poop really bad. Police said the suspect told employees at Willie's Chicken Shack, "Y'all about to close right now because I'm gonna get a bomb and blow this place up." As jokes go, this one was really crappy. You might even say it bombed. A New Orleans man accused of threatening to blow up a local restaurant last Tuesday told police it's a big misunderstanding. He was referring to a bowel movement. According to the arrest warrant obtained by NOLA.com, 30-year-old Arthur Posey walked into Willie's Chicken Shack and asked an employee what time the restaurant closed. When the employee told Posey she didn't know, he allegedly replied, "Y'all about to close right now because I'm going to get a bomb and blow this place up." Restaurant employees told police that Posey was very angry during the discussion. He later told the police he was referring to the restroom and wasn't making any real threats. Posey, the employee said he never mentioned the bathroom when he made his alleged threat. Posey faces 2 counts of communicating false information of a planned arson. He will also need to appear in court for a competency hearing. I don't get all that. Now, I mean, you know, it's kind of funny if he really meant what he said, but I don't think he does. Yeah, I got a headache too. I got a bad headache. But you know, this guy, to me, he's very clearly trying to get out of it. Which, you know, I guess that's the smart thing to do: deny, deny, deny. But pretty nasty. Onward and forward from the poop bomb. Oh God, Hillary Clinton is like herpes. Who puts these ideas out there? What is the deal? You know what I'd rather talk about? I've got my little map of Vietnam here. I'm looking at it. So I'm going to start at Vietnam. I don't think I'd like to go to what is it? Lao Cai, which is right on the border at China. I'd like to go up there, but I think it's going to be too much. I think it's going to cost too much and take too much time to go up and then back down. But I'll see. But I do want to go to Da Nang, Hue. Where's the other place? Possibly Dalat, and then Ho Chi Minh City, and then probably I'll cross over into Cambodia and go to Phnom Penh and then fly back. That's probably how it's going to work. Not sure yet. Well, believe me, I will be, you know, I'll do a video or a stream, you know, hey, I'm Scott, I'm an American in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh, and I'm having my morning pho. Hey, Redirect, how you doing? Everybody's giving me all these ideas. The problem is I don't know where some of these places are and whether or not I'm going to be able to go. Let me write this down. Son Dung Cave. What city's that in? Headache. Well, considering you don't know what's going on with what I'm going to do, how can you tell me how much things cost? So, you know, to me, you're just another troll. I mean, honestly, for a 12-day trip or 2-week trip, you know, thank you there, mister. The airfare, I can tell you, the airfare, it depends on when I go and what airline I take and how I want to go and, you know, that kind of thing. But it's anywhere from, oh, Jesus Christ. It's anywhere from $100. I mean, what is it? About 2,000. It's about anywhere from about $70 each way to about $140 each way, depending on when I go, when I get the tickets. Thank you very much, Redirect. You know, anybody that calls me dear is gone. I mean, you know, it's just that's like something that an idiot would say. Hello, my dear Scott. And then he comes back again, and he thinks I'm not going to delete him. It's like, get real, man. Yeah, I mean, I've been checking the prices, and they're all about the same, man. I mean, VietJet can be a little more expensive than AirAsia. I can get a ticket on AirAsia with this, picking a seat and everything. It's about 2,000 baht one way, but I don't want to find... oh, thank you very much, dear Redirect. Well, listen, you know, I don't mind when somebody knows me. I mean, you know, or they say it tongue-in-cheek. I'm not a complete dick, but it's like when they do it and I don't even know who they are. I know they're just trolling me. So, you know, it's like, bye. That's okay. Troll me. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, you're so smart. You're so much of a man. Get the fuck out of here. Bunch of little boys. Little 5-year-old boys playing in the playground. Got nothing better to do. Alright, let's see here. Believe me, I got a headache. They're the least of my worries. So what's up? You out of money or doing this for subscribers? Who the hell? Get out of here, you moron. Goodbye, Jeremy, or whatever your name is. Another option might be Chuchi tunnels outside of Ho Chi Minh. I know about those, and I would actually like to be around some snow, to be completely honest. You want to go away from snow. I want to go there just once in a while for a change of pace because of the heat. You know? I was talking to Dennis about this, you know, we've talked about it before. What causes somebody to troll others? I mean, I can't think of a time where I've ever trolled anybody or even spent the time to leave a comment that was meant to troll somebody. I just don't get it. I mean, the only thing I can think is that you have absolutely nothing to do in your life. Had SOS on toast with an egg over easy, cut potatoes with grilled onions. Coffee at Bourbon Street Restaurant and Oyster Bar after the gym this morning. The walk was nice, not too humid or pots. Yeah. Wow. So you finally had it. I knew you were going to, but I just didn't know you were going to do it so fast. Sounds good, though. Yeah, hello, everybody. No, I have no suggestions. There are plenty of yoga classes in Bangkok, though. Many, many, many. Almost every gym has yoga classes. No worries. No worries. I'll go another time. You know, we were gonna ask you to come over tonight. What happened here? Oh, we were gonna ask you to come over tonight for dinner, but none of us feel good. So maybe next weekend we'll figure out some dinner. Maybe I'll make the old lady cook this time. Yeah, well, when it's hot, I start thinking about going to snow. Yes, Sapa. Yeah, that was where I was going to go. It's I may go. I don't know. You know, it depends. It really depends. Once I start finalizing everything and figuring out the dates, and once I get closer to achieving my target, then I'll know. Okay, well, I can do this, I can do that, I can get an idea, and I can formulate everything. Because as I said, one of the things I want to do is I want to at least do 1 or 2 trips in a kayak or a pack raft down a river in Vietnam. You know, now's not the time to ask your questions there, Malavi. You want to ask your questions? Email me. All right, moving on. Let me see something. Oh, seek and you shall find. No, I'm not going to answer. And and if you don't stop, I'm going to ban you right away, or Dennis will. Okay, there you go. Bye. See you later. Oh, it went. Thank you very much, man. Cool. So that means I don't have to enter it in there, or what? Oh yeah, actually, all right, man. Very cool. Today's been a good day. I think, let me figure it out here. What's today? My desk is a mess. My room is a mess. You know. Let's see here. We got, what is this? How did that work? Oh, I didn't put it in yet. That's why. 10. Another Banchod? What is that? Banchod? Let me see. I have to put this in here. It didn't go in, but it triggers the alert. But let me just see here. And then I'll put my... let me see if I can do this here. What's got... I didn't want to put that one up. How was I going to do that? Let's see here. Oops. Maybe it'll go up. If it goes up, does it add it? Oh, wow. Let's see here. All right, here we go. This should work. Wow. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, George. Wow. I can't keep up with all these now. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm not complaining. Let's see here. See if I can get this. And don't think the 888 is lost on me, because it's not. It's my good luck. It's saying good luck. Bam. Boom. There we go, another one. Yeah, definitely. Today's been a very good day. And you know what's funny is that I'm not out killing myself walking sometimes. It's well, it doesn't here in Asia. It means good luck in Asia, in China. You know, I think on Sundays. Thank you very much, Redirect. Thank you. You know, I was going to go walk today because I'll tell you why. Because it's much easier to get a boat and deal with traffic on a Sunday morning than it is on like a Wednesday or on a weekday. It's much easier to get around, and it's you know, that makes it easier on me because. You know, I've said it before. I just, you know, I walk for 2 or 3 hours, and before, it was very easy. And you know, the heat got to me once in a while, but now it's a bit different. And you know, I'm still not where I want to be. Bye. You know what's so funny is that there's all the trolls, and and you know, it's like they just bye, big deal. And you know, the idea is that I don't want this channel to be specifically about Thailand. I've said this recently. I don't want it to be just about Thailand. Listen, Thailand, in my opinion, Thailand is, what do you say? What's the word? What's the phrase? Let me see if I can figure it out here. This is a term. Let's see here. I'm looking up idioms right now to see if I can figure it out, because it'll bug me. No, not the... Well, this is not what I wanted to say, but Thailand is a bit worn out as a tourist destination. There's another phrase that I'm looking for. And yes, it is very, very saturated. It's oversaturated, and you know, I mean, like it's only natural that this will happen. And it has to do with people's, you know, it's just like music. Well, played out is another way of saying it. It's not the way that I wanted to say it. I can't remember what it is, but there's a particular phrase I wanted to use. Of course, I can't think of it right now. It might take me hours to remember it, or to find it. But passé, yeah, I think passé is a little more what I wanted to say. Much closer. I mean, played out, yeah, okay, but passé is more accurate. And you know, it's not. Some of it has to do with things that the Thai government has done or Thais have done. But, you know, I also look at it like this is not something that's just about Thailand. This is not just Thailand making mistakes or having problems with tourists or anything like that. This is this happens everywhere. You know, tourists start to come, and then you gotta, you know, there's a fine line between too many tourists and the amount you want. And I mean, you can look up anything on Thailand. You can look up anything, and you'll find it. You can find just about anywhere. You want to go to some place that's not many people know about? Yeah. Passe is a better word, like I've been saying. You want to find a place where nobody knows in Thailand? Very hard to do. What is with these little kids? What is mommy not there to spank you if you do something wrong? Listen, don't talk to me on the internet, really. You know, you're better off coming talking to me man to man. I'd respect you a lot more. But that's not how these weasels operate. And yes, I'm getting older. Believe me, I know it. But I think that it's only going to get worse. You know. I don't think that's true. There, Longhorns. What about Singapore? They don't need the gamblers that come in. They rely on tourists a lot. Now, granted, they're a business hub, and they can do without. Yeah, Thailand needs it more, but that doesn't mean they're going to get it. You know. Listen, if any trolls want to come and talk to me, this is not a threat. This is nothing. If you ever want to come and talk to me, you know where to find me. I'm always at Starbucks or at the Mall Bangkok. I'm always there. Just show up and introduce yourself. I'll probably shake your hand, sit down, and I'll talk to you. And if you don't like what I'm doing, then tell me right there. That's fine. I can deal with it. I'm a big boy. But, you know, you come on here and you disrupt the stream. I mean, you know, I guess does it get your dick hard? Is that what it does? You know, it makes no sense. It's so idiotic. Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. So what? You know what? If I wasn't in Thailand, if I was in the United States, nobody would give a shit. Nobody would care what I'm, you know, I mean, really. I'm focused, Dennis. You know, I mean, really, I think it needs to be, sometimes it needs to be addressed. You can only ignore it so long. And I'm not angry. I'm not in a bad mood about it. I don't really care. I really don't give a shit what anybody thinks. You know, these trolls. And I know who they are. You know, at least for the most part, I know who some of them are. And most of them, you know, they're just a bunch of pussies. Because if they weren't pussies, they would come up to me man to man and go, hey, you know, how about I ignore you, Dan? I mean, really, why? This is not your channel. I'll do what I want. I've already ignored it for a long time. I've ignored it many, many times. But all I'm saying is that, you know, there are other things to do. There are other things in people's lives to do. You know. But I guess if you get an erection by coming on my stream and trying to troll me, which, you know, I guess good for you. Good for you. And, you know, if I as long as I keep doing what I want to do, it's just a part of it. That's all it is. It's just a part of the channel. It's just a part of YouTube. But like I said, if I was somewhere else, if I was in Singapore, nobody would give a shit. Nobody would take. They're too busy. They got things to do. But here in Thailand, you got a bunch of butt monkeys who they got nothing to do with their lives. You know. All right, let me see something else because I got something to do and it's so important right now. It's called reading something. Aloha, rat. I like this one. If I can read it, it's a little bit small. What is this here? Oh, I didn't get that. I don't have the whole thing here. We will send the corporate team to inspect. Let me see. Maybe it didn't save the whole thing. That kind of sucks. That was a good story. Some guy grilled a rat in Hawaii. So watch out, Lori. All I got so far, well, I got 200, hang on a second, $287 in, I don't know how many streams, but it's 10 days. So, yeah, I was going to figure it out, and I forgot here. So, 287.23 divided by 10 equals 2872 times 45 equals $1,292.53 if I keep up at the same rate. So I'm a little bit slightly ahead, but you know that could change at any time. So yes, that's all I've got so far, and you know I am spending some of my own money. But, what is the troll? People just making idiotic comments? Yeah, that and attacking me for things that they shouldn't be talking about. You know, like it's none of their fucking business what I do. Mind your own fucking business, basically. If somebody's sticking their nose in my business or somebody else's business, then they need to get it the fuck out. Simple. You know, what it is online you're allowed to do that because there's no repercussions. If you're doing it in person, if you come and confront the person, usually there's going to be some kind of a repercussion one way or the other. See you later, Dan. Rat tastes like squirrel. Yeah, I had some field rat many years ago, just a little bite of it, and you know, it wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad. You know. Neither is snake. I don't particularly like frog, but it's not that bad. Do I think Thais are bad drivers? I think there's bad drivers everywhere. And I think there's good drivers everywhere. How about that? Yeah, well, I mean, motorcycle drivers, they drive on the sidewalk. So, I mean, what's your point? What's your point? I mean, you think about how many times... I mean, I think about all the times that I've rode on a motorcycle with a Thai. I've never been in an accident. In all the taxi drives I've had, I've been in one accident. Well, one accident where the guy was basically asleep at the wheel. I mean, you know, he wasn't paying attention and he ran in the back of somebody else. Then somebody hit us. And I was asleep and I went flying. And then one time I opened the door. This is when I first came here. I opened the door to get out, and a motorcycle ran right into my door. That wasn't too nice. I think there's bad driving habits everywhere. I think that the law might be a little bit lax. But that's about it. So that's all I'm going to say on that. Now, let's see here. Well, I was going to talk about the rat, but it says, I guess some guy, he got pissed off and he was frying a rat on a hamburger grill. And, yeah. All right, so let me see here. The bridge that I was talking about before that I want to go to is the Golden Bridge. It's a 150-meter pedestrian bridge in the Ba Na Hills Resort near Da Nang. It's designed to connect the cable car station with the gardens and to provide a scenic overlook and tourist attraction. The bridge loops nearly back around to itself and has two giant stone hands designed to appear to support the structure. Looks pretty cool. So that's one of the places that I want to stop off in. Billy, what's your point, man? Really, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I mean, seriously, what's the point? Are they popular? I wouldn't call them really popular like in Bangkok. They are eaten, but they're a little more popular out in the countryside. The same with rats. You don't see people eating a lot of rats here in Bangkok. I'm not talking to you, Longhorns. I'm talking to the guy named Billy Wood, who continues to go on and on and on about the driving. And it's like, dude, you know, I mean, people walk right in front of me while I'm standing in when I'm standing right in 7-Eleven. They walk right in front of me in line sometimes. Okay, so get over it. This is what I mean. Just get over it. You know, you guys think too much about too much bullshit. Life is too short, man. You know? There's a lot of other things to worry about. You know, like worry about starving children. Sick children. Sick animals. Worry about that stuff. Don't worry about the other stuff. You know, the automobiles. It's known that Thailand is a place where there are a lot of accidents. So, well, usually I go, hey, get in the back of the line. I'm like, get in the back of the line. There's a line here. Oh, wow. Thanks a lot, Redirect. Awesome, man. Thank you very much. I just saw that. Very cool. New Patreon patron. Yeah, that one redirects. Okay, that one redirect. That one redirects to my own page, which I have been making some changes to my website, to my An American in Bangkok website. Please take a look at it. Hopefully, I'll make it a little better than it's been in the past. And as I go on it, I see a thing here for, oh, I wonder who won. Let's see here. Is the fight over yet, or what's the deal? Must not be. Jesus. Four hours ago. I've already tried magic mushrooms. I tried mushrooms a long time ago. I tried LSD a long time ago. Doesn't mean I want to do it anymore. No, I haven't been to Mongolia. I haven't. And that is a place that one day I'd like to go. What? Chris Lieben referees Lydell Ortiz. Wow. Okay, it started a little while ago. Oh, so the main card started a little while ago. So it's not over yet. So they're getting ready to fight. Did anybody watch? Did anybody watch those fights yesterday with Overeem and that Russian guy, and then Francis Ngannou and what's the other guy's name? Curtis Blades. Anybody watch those fights? Fight Night UFC last night. Man, Alistair Overeem. You know, I always wonder if he's going to win or not because he's so chinny. He doesn't have a good chin. And when you're a big dude like him, and you even if you carry a punch, you know, I mean, like one shot, that's it, it's over. And so I always wonder about him if he's going to be able to take it. And he fought this Russian, and the Russian was a little slow to start, you know, caught him with just a few little shots that didn't do much. And Overeem hit him with, what did he hit him with? He hit him with something, a right hand or something, knocked him backwards, jumped on him. The guy was balled up, you know, he's trying to, and Overeem finally got into his guard and kind of was in a half guard, and Overeem had him up against the fence and slammed him with a big shot, I mean, and then hit him about 10 times. And you could hear the shots. They sounded so loud. I mean, I was like, holy shit, this guy, he's hitting so hard. And the guy just basically took like one shot, and he just curled up a little more. Then he took another 9 or so, and that was it. It was over. Fight was over. But, man, Overeem, the guy kept saying, oh, that's why they call you the Demolition Man. Well, he demolished this dude. Pee Wee Herman, Ronald McDonald. I don't know. I'm going to go with Pee Wee Herman by strike to the Ronald McWeeny. True, Billy. What is this? Oh, I took 2 Nurofen. Oof. Trying to get rid of that back of the neck headache. Got 2 Tylenols in. Anyway, so nobody saw the fights last night. Unbelievable. Does anybody even know that Lydell and Ortiz are fighting again for the 3rd time? And I can't stand Tito Ortiz, man. I can't stand the guy. Just my opinion. He might be a nice guy, but, you know. What's a special massage? Tell me, what's a special massage? I barely like getting massages at all. I like foot massages. And I do like neck massages. But the kind you're probably talking about, nah. I just had one anyway. All these people, and I just had one. I had one before the stream. What's a hook it? A hook it. You mean a hooker? Bye. Dennis deems you not chat worthy. Anyway, what happened to Alvin? Alvin's just chilling, listening. Alvin, Carl. I didn't make him give me a what is this? What is this? None of your damn business. What the fuck's going on here? I got my blood pressure medication. Headaches are gone. Well, supposedly my blood pressure is back to normal, although I don't know. I got to go to a doctor soon. Soon come. Soon come. Wow. Oh. Oh. I didn't know. Was he talking to you? I don't know. I thought he was talking to me. I should get a special massage. I don't care. I get special massages all the time. You know, but like sometimes that just doesn't do the trick, you know? Sorry to say. Oh, this is actually pretty good, actually. Green all the way. All right, let me see. I thought I had another one. I'm going to save the best for the last. Mississippi man crashes truck into courthouse for a very bizarre reason. The suspect told officers he intentionally crashed into the courthouse to let officers know his drug paraphernalia had been stolen. A man has been arrested after he drove his pickup truck into a courthouse in Mississippi. News outlets reported that the Gulfport Police Department said in a news release that 28-year-old Keith Cavalier told officers he intentionally crashed into the Harris County Courthouse early Saturday because it was the best way to let them know his drug paraphernalia had been stolen. No one was hurt. Cavalier had been charged with driving under the influence and malicious mischief because of his damage to the building. The Gulfport man is being held in the county jail. It was not known if he has an attorney yet. County offices were closed Monday for Veterans Day. I don't know, man. All these kind of articles just makes me think there's too many people in the world. Human beings are not meant to live like ants. They're meant to have their space, and what they do is some people, I mean, you know, I hold it together most of the time. But I think a lot of people, they can't hold it together. They have a hard time holding it together. And, you know, what are you going to do? I got headaches because of nerve pain. Shoots up my neck and head, so maybe it's not a headache, but feels like one. And supposedly HBP gives a headache on the left side more. HBP. Oh, what is that? The HBP. What's HBP? I got to look up this acronym. High blood pressure. Oh. You know. High blood pressure, yes. I got that. Well, hopefully I mean, you know, I don't think my blood pressure is any higher than it usually is. Never know. I have to go. I have to go to the doctor soon. I've been meaning to go, and I gotta go. And I will. Okay. Speaking of high blood pressure, Hillary Clinton is like herpes. Fox News guest apologizes for comparing Hillary Clinton to herpes during segment mix-up. Why is she apologizing? Fox News guest Anna Paulina apologized for comparing former First Lady and Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton to a sexually transmitted disease in a Thursday segment broadcast by the network. Yesterday on Fox, I was placed on the wrong segment and in the confusion made a brash and unprofessional joke, Paulina tweeted Friday. To Fox and those watching, I am deeply sorry. To Fox and those watching, she doesn't say to Hillary Clinton, I'm so sorry. Oh, God. The network offered on-air apologies and cut Paulina's segment short, Fox News said in a Friday statement to USA Today. In the clip, Paulina is introduced as the director of Hispanic engagement at a conservative organization. She is asked to comment on recent news surrounding Hillary Clinton, but she instead begins to talk about border security. Fox News host Rick Leventhal interrupts Paulina to redirect the conversation to Clinton as Paulina laughs about the apparent mistake, offering an inaudible explanation. After directing a question to another guest, Leventhal expresses amazement that Clinton is still making national headlines 2 years after she lost the 2016 presidential election to Donald Trump. She won't go away, Paulina said with a sigh. She's like herpes. Leventhal immediately distances himself from the comment. Okay, that's news. We're breaking here. Not appropriate. He later apologized to viewers for language that was used in the segment. What language? It's not bad language. She just made a off-color or off... Yeah, I guess you call it an off-color joke. Another host also apologized later. We want to reiterate that we do not condone the language that Anna Paulina just displayed here, and we apologize to Secretary Clinton for that. What is this? Arthie Neville said, according to a Fox News statement, Fox News does not condone her sentiment. The controversy involving Paulina is not the first time this year a media personality came under criticism for comparing a powerful woman to a sexually transmitted disease. In July, comedian Michelle Wolf compared Ivanka Trump to herpes in a segment punctuated with expletives. Yeah. All right. Well, I like that one. I thought that was pretty good, but I don't know why Fox is backtracking. Fox is over there talking about... Is anybody still here? Nobody wants to talk about this? Fox is over here apologizing. Fox didn't say anything. They put the lady on. They didn't know what she was going to say. Get over it. You know, and to be fair, Hillary Clinton is no longer relevant. And I don't think she'll ever be president. God forbid. I don't think she'll ever be relevant again. And, you know, it's just the way that it goes. Listen, you know what? I mean, all of them are shady. They're all shady. I don't care what side of the fence you're sitting on. Get real. You think the Republicans are, you know, and Trump are squeaky clean? I mean, come on. Get real. So, you know, I mean, I'd slam them just as quick as I would slam Clinton, but I don't like Clinton. I never have liked her or him, you know. So, vilify me. And I wonder, you know, like, what if I was to, I'm not going to do it, but what would happen if I was to wear a Make America Great Again hat here in Bangkok? I'm sure that at some point some foreigner would say something. You know. Take away Trump's personality and see what he does in the country after 4 years. Then you can judge him. You know. That's the fair way to do it. Judge him as he goes. I mean, you know, I look at, I don't even want to get into it. I'm not going to talk politics. Uh-oh. Uncertainty at the border. Incoming Mexican government disputes. Report of asylum seeker deal. Trump tweets firm stance on the border. And as he should. Okay, look at this. Rod impales migrant woman who tries to climb over U.S. border fence. So, she climbs over. Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'll wear one when I get back after. Oh, come on. Load here. Let me see this. What's the deal? Rod impales. Yeah. So, wow, they have barbed wire all over the place. Let me see here. A migrant woman was impaled this weekend after falling and landing on a piece of rebar. The 26-year-old Guatemalan woman, a mother of two, attempted to enter the U.S. near the San Isidro port of entry. According to the San Diego Union Tribune, the woman was climbing a portion of the fence that was undergoing construction to replace old primary fencing with a new barrier. When she fell, rebar pierced the side of her body. Officials responded to the scene around 8:25, and the woman was taken to an area hospital. Border Patrol agent Takei Michael told the news outlet that the woman had two children, aged 3 and 5. After they were evaluated for trauma, they were turned back over to the custody of the Border Patrol. Michael said the woman told agents she was not part of the migrant caravan heading towards the U.S. Entering our country illegally, particularly over the walls, is not only dangerous but very foolish, San Diego's Chief Border Patrol Rodney Scott said Saturday. This woman placed her own life, and her children's lives in peril. She could have easily died if not for the... What? I thought she did die. She could have easily died if not for the quick response by her agents and EMS. Oh, okay, she didn't die. It just impaled her. Wow. So she didn't die, but she did get impaled. So that's nice. What is this? Well, yeah, kind of like razor wire. Yeah, the more you try to wiggle out, the more it digs in. Yeah, exactly. Let me see something here. Okay. Now we're going to get all political. Listen, to me, it's a simple thing. There's a reason why people call them illegal immigrants. Um, there's a reason why. Because they're illegal. That means they're not supposed to be allowed in. Why would they get any rights? All right, let me see this here. I want to see. What time is it here? 10:30. All right. Well, still got 4 more fights until Lydell fights Ortiz again. Oh, shut up, Noodles. Jesus Christ. Trump is not this. Trump is not that. Clinton, she's got herpes. Oh, she's like herpes. Who? I mean, really, is that all you care about? Yeah, I don't understand that. I saw that. I saw that. And I'm thinking to myself, what the heck? Why is she even talking? Why can't she? She's, you know what it is? She's power hungry. Power hungry. That's exactly what it is. Um, because if, she has no security clearance anymore. She doesn't have an official title at all at the White House. She's not doing anything. Uh, so, I mean, I don't understand her. I don't understand the media. You know what it is? The media just looks at her as another person to put on for a soundbite that's going to say stupid stuff. That's about it. Nobody even said anything about the fights last night. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. I mean, Overeem and Curtis Blades and Francis and what's his name? Ngowie, Francis, whatever his name is. Some reason, Yep, you missed it. You missed it. And since you missed it, All right. Well, I think it's about time to go. It's a Sunday. I don't have much to say anymore. Thank you very much to everybody today who not only contributed but joined in the discussion. I need to take. Oh, I didn't notice this was broken. Hope I didn't break it. Thank you very much. Looks like, at some point I am going to get to Vietnam. Not sure, but the goal is at the end of December, beginning of January. The goal is to go on 1 to 2 trips down the river, a river. I already know a couple of places that are good to go. I don't really want to go in, what is it, Halong Bay. Although I might kick myself afterwards, but I don't really want to go there because of all the tourists. And then maybe after that trip, it'll be up to Chiang Mai to go get some instruction, or back to Khao Sok to get some instruction so that I can be a little bit better. And then I'll work on something else like getting to Africa. My buddy, he calls me up. I can't talk, and then 2 days later I call him and he's on his way to Austria. He can't talk, so it's a little bit difficult to get a hold of him. But there's always the Mekong, so. And I'm sure that Longhorns is dying to go. He's dying to go down the river. He told me so. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, trolls. What is this? You should kayak down the River Grande and catch some migrants. You know what? You see, I'm not getting involved in that. That's none of my business. Not really. Not unless they're on my property. I leave that to immigration officials. And I'm still not sure yet, kayak, pack raft, canoe. I think a pack raft is probably the best way to go if on a long journey. They're a little bit cheaper. They're more stable, and you can carry a lot of stuff on them. Not that I would be carrying a lot of stuff, but anyway, we'll see. Things change, things happen. But anyway, I'm working on everything, believe me. And like I said, I'll have the itinerary for Vietnam up shortly. Just need to finalize everything, exactly when I can go, Hello, George. And then, take it from there. So, I guess that's all I got. Thank you, Redirect. Thank you very much. As always, Dennis, thank you. Good night. Have a very nice evening. Longhorns, the one and only. Appreciate it. Soy Dog Cowboy, you always fade away. You start out strong in the beginning and then you fade away. I'm sure you're running around or doing something right now, but thank you. Lori, I know you're out there. I did want to put out that article about the rat, the fried rat burger. Stephen Monash. Stephen, you came on the last time. I don't remember. You came on at the end, and somehow you had the most comments. I don't know how that worked, but we're out of here. So, yeah, hi and bye. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok Di Leo Jerk and Mai.